In this video we will see how to plot graph with user defined values. For that I am using PyCharm community. So let's start. Before writing the code, I am creating a new Python file with the name temp_plot. So first of all, from bokeh.plotting library, I am importing output file, figure and show functions. Similarly, from bokeh.models.tools, I am importing hover tool. Next I am saving my output file with the name temp_plot.html. Next I am using the variable p to assign the figure function, and in this figure function I am mentioning plot width as 400 and also plot height as 400. Then I'm adding the title to my plot as temperature observations. Then I am mentioning my title location to be above the plot. And for this program I am using V bar, that is vertical bars. And now I am giving the values to x-axis. These are the user defined values, we can change as we wish. Next, the width of my bars I am setting to 0.3. And for V bar, the bottom argument I am setting to 0. Then next comes the top argument. For V bar I am giving the values, that is we can assume this as y-axis. Then the color I am selecting as navy, and the legend label for my plot I am giving as temp. So next I am going to mention the location of my legend, that is top left. And now I am mentioning the label to my x-axis as time, and similarly for my y-axis I am mentioning the label as temperature. I wanted to plot time versus temperature graph. So now I am using the hover tool, which highlights, which pops up some data when the cursor placed near the vertical bar. So I am using hover variable to assign hover tool, that is hover tool function. So now I wanted to add whatever the values to be popped up. So the first one is the temperature, and its value should be taken from the argument top, and the second one I wanted to pop up is time, and its value will be taken from the x argument from the v bar. Next I am going to add the mode of hover tool, that is v line, and now I'm going to add all these tools to my hover variable. So finally I am plotting this using show function. So finally this is my plot. This is the legend which I have mentioned as temp. As you can observe, wherever the cursor is placed, there the information, the temperature and time will be popped up. So that's the function of hover tool, and this is the time x-axis and temperature y-axis, and this is the bottom value 0. So in this way we can mention any user defined values and plot that graph on browser.